children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadow. Hey everyone! Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the rain and the storm. Just gonna see if a couple people are gonna pop on, and then we'll get started with the dark arts. For life is this way. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children, for soon we'll away into the calm and okay, there we go. And let me just flip this. Hey, hey guys. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. This thing is taking forever tonight. Okay. There we go. Ah! I hope everyone is ready. Let me just line this up, and then we'll start. Why not? If people start popping on, they pop on. It is what it is. I know everyone will catch it later, hopefully. I wasn't expecting everyone to actually, what would be the word, take too much interest in this, mostly because of the title. Hey, Ronnie. Mostly because of the title itself. So, dark arts, people automatically brush it with dark magic, which is, in a way, what it is. However, we're going about it a little bit different because, remember, everything about magic we should know about, right? So that's how I look at it. So let's start. So what is the dark arts? Dark arts is really, really simple, okay? It's the purest form of black magic. Black magic is pretty much any type of magic that interferes with someone's free will. Simplest way of putting it and the easiest way of saying it. Now let me give you the textbook version or the textbook definition of what black magic is. So don't mind me because I'm going to drop my eyes to read it. So it's a form of magic or sorcery that draws on malevolent powers that may be used for dark purposes or acts that deliberately cause harm in some way, aka also known as killing or injuring, to cause misfortune or destruction or for personal gain without the regard to harmful consequences to others. So that's the textbook version of what dark arts means. I like my version better because it's literally some type of magic that interferes with someone's free will. I like that better. It's just easier to actually understand. Okay, so let's jump into common types of black magic. And I do this a lot, I'm sorry, but I don't like people thinking like, oh, it's so bad, it's black magic. Well, again, I'm a balancer. There is no light without the darkness. There is no darkness without light. Simple, right? Okay, so the common types of magic. So curses is one of them. Rituals, voodoo, annexed souls, love black magic, voices in black magic, hallucinations in black magic. So those are like the more common types of magic on it. So let's break it down. So curses. So we know what curses are. When someone actually puts a curse on another person, usually that individual will suffer for a long period of time. Mostly like bad luck, karma, you have unfortunate events coming your way, yada, yada, yada. Rituals is the next one. So we know a ritual is some type of ceremony. You do some type of acts, you have to perform something. It's like a process, a setup, okay? The purpose of black magic for it is used to create entities from other dimensions and realms to harm others. So by creating this ritual, circle, elaborate setup, it's all to bring entities in, again, from other dimensions and other realms. The next one is voodoo. So I just thought voodoo was very interesting, and there's just a lot of different back and forth with who's allowed to practice and do voodoo and hoodoo. Hoodoo's the religion of, voodoo's the practice of. Just like Wicca and witch. Okay, so voodoo. The thing that voodoo is, it's a form, but it's also a religion. It's a very true religion. It's a very lived through religion, lived on religion, even now to this day. So they believe that you can call on the dead spirits to the living world to curse or bless people. They mostly do that with those dolls of theirs or little sachets, which I think are really cool. A lot of people portray voodoo as something completely different than what it was. What it was back then isn't completely how they do it nowadays. But I plan to do, well, not maybe me, but someone else, a live on actual voodoo and hoodoo, because I think those are really interesting topics in it, because it is its own religion. I think it deserves its own live. So we're just going to leave that as it is now. My phone is really weird. Okay. Hey, Tamar. Okay, so annexed souls. So this is basically when a person dies, sometimes he or she will not always actually like leave the earth realm itself. It might leave the actual physical body, but it doesn't actually leave the spiritual realm that's connected to the earth, not to cross over. In this case of what these souls are, is they have unfinished business. By having unfinished business, they don't realize that they're dead. And because they don't realize they're dead, they have to feed off some type of energy. By feeding off some type of energy, they're stealing from others, okay? What would be the easier way to say it? See if my notes have anything that I put. Okay, so how they say is they start to take the energy from humans, but not just any humans. They take it from ones that are a little bit weaker. So drug users, alcoholics, someone that's a victim in that form. They feed on the weak. They like to manipulate. They utilize them that way. So annexed souls, that's one of the ones I actually like just learned earlier the week when I had to put this all together. So love black magic. We know what the love spells are. I want someone to fall in love with me. Please, someone fall in love with me. Okay. How are you asking it? Everything is based on how you ask on something. So you're saying, I need Sean to fall in love with me. Or I want Sean to fall in love with me. Are you making someone do something that they don't want to do, or are you taking away their free will? To make someone fall in love with another is taking away their free will. That drops into black magic. So everyone's, oh, love is light. Oh, we'll put a love spell on this person. Well, If you're putting a love spell to make someone do something that they're not going to do on their own, that's against their free will. Now, I like this one. So voices black magic, okay? So this is fun. So this is very basic. Hey, Sean. This is very basic and really common sense. Voices. It's a person that literally hears voices. So you are cursed, hexed, but the voices that you hear pretty much make you go crazy. So let's see, how can I say this one? Let me read it. It's just easier that way. Okay, so those who desire to put this black magic to use are the ones who are driven by anger, hatred, and jealousy. The victim gets weird dreams of beasts attacking them or hearing someone calling their name. This will happen every day at a certain time, specifically at night, to the point that victims lose all control. Eventually, the victims are either going to go completely mentally insane or they're actually going to commit suicide. So this is a very extreme case of black magic. So remember, the person that gives it is mad, agitated, and angry. To the person that they're actually giving the curse spell to, sees things as far as beasts in their mind, but they hear those beasts in their mind. Karma, stop. Little girl, get down. I'm sorry, guys. My cat's clawing my chair. Get down, young lady. So they actually hear it. So it goes to the point where literally they go insane. Listen here. Go. Claw on my chair. Yeah, I see you. I love you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that's the voices black magic. The hallucination one it's the same as voices, but you see things. So you see things that aren't there. So it's a type of spell that is very dangerous to people, because when people start seeing things that aren't actually there, it can really make people go crazy, especially if they're not used to it. So like maybe if you're a witch, seeing things because you might see spirits, a lot easier. But actually seeing something that you're not used to seeing makes it really dangerous. So hallucination black magic is intense. So it's all based on tricks. So I'm so mad at you that I performed this act, and I'm gonna trick you into believing it's real. So every day you're gonna see some type of demonic presence. I mean, it's basic as that. Very, very easy on that one. Okay. So those are the more common ones. Now, there's other ones too. So we already said about the love spell one, okay? When you do a love spell, I'm going to say about 75 to 85% is going to go straight into black magic when it comes to love spells, because it's the way you word it, which we're going to kind of give a couple examples on the best way of wording something so it doesn't become black magic if you don't want it to be black magic. Okay. Protective magic can also accidentally be black magic. I bet you weren't expecting that one, now were you? It's all in the words. Just like love spells, protection spells and magic is all based on the words. So if you say it the wrong way and you're taking away someone's free will in a form, it turns it into black magic. Any type of magic also that controls spirits, demons, angels, anything like that, if you're actually trying to control them, so summoning them, utilizing them in some form, it's black magic, my loves. I promise you that. Now, I know you're probably sitting there and going like, no. Mm-mm. If I don't feel it's not black magic, it's not black magic. Okay, I get it. Intention. I love it. I love it. If you feel that way and you're passionate enough to feel that way, then everything I say, disregard. Because who am I to say that is incorrect? I know that if I do something like in this form, I already know it's the darker side of things. If I want the universe to help me through something, I'll ask the universe to help me. Or if the universe feels that so-and-so likes me, let him come to me. But I'm not going to say, I want so-and-so to fall in love with me. It changes things a lot. I'm just going to read the comments real quick. Tomorrow, like stuff you see things in the corner of the field of view. No. You're talking about hallucinations. Hallucinations are straight, purposely sent to you by someone, and you'll see this same thing over and over and over and over again. That's what I mean. We all see spirit. Well, not we all see, but there's a good bit of people that are some type of spiritualists that will see some form of entities, spirits, angels, demons naturally without anyone actually forcing it on. But it's when you see a very specific something that is being pushed on you every night, living the same style of vision, him or her or it doing the same thing, that is what hallucination black magic is. I hope that makes sense. All right, so we said about when you try and control or summon something. Oh, no problem. When you try and control something or summon something, that's black magic. At least to me it is. So here's good examples of trying to like reword your spells to help you. So if you don't want it to be black magic, it doesn't have to be. So here's an example. So make Charles love me is black magic spell. The reverse of it is if Charles loves me, then help him to move quickly and to talk to me. Play on words. Like anything, words are power. Here's another one. So send all negative energy back to where it came from. That's black magic. Twist it. Let only positive energy be around me. That's light magic. Or white magic, however you want to call it. Oh no. Okay. A summoning type of spell, or trying to get someone's attention that's of a higher level of power, a divine in form. So I summon Archangel Michael to protect me. That's black magic. You're forcing the Archangel Michael to come to you. Twist it. If it's within God's or the universe's power, please allow Archangel Michael to defend me. That's white magic. Okay. I hope that made sense, but it's a play on words. So if you're not familiar with doing your own type of spells and wording, that's something to look into. And I know one of us is going to be doing a live somewhere where we deal and talk about writing our own spells and finding ways to actually like connect with our words and say what we mean, and then how to watch what we say. So this kind of helps a little bit, kind of give you an example what's to come. And don't mind me looking off because I have red lights over here and it's messing with me. Okay. Anyone have any questions on that? Pop them in the comments. I'm sorry guys if this is a little, but I like the dark arts. I like talking about it, and I like finding out new things and, you know, realizing that some people have been doing dark arts and never realized it in the first place. All right, so the dangers behind black magic. So if you follow Wicca or any type of actual pagan belief, maybe you follow the threefold law. The threefold law says whatever energy a person sends out will eventually come back to them 3 times that power. I hate to break it to you, but that's black magic. You're forcing something onto someone else that they're not going to naturally do. But I still like it anyways, because it's pretty dominant. Hi, Marina. So then we have magic warfare. So this is this is just as bad as voice black magic and hallucination. So it's very dangerous, and it's one of the top styles of black magic. Oh, girl, why? Ronnie. Okay. Magic warfare. Magic user becomes involved in magic warfare. Or I'm sorry, magic war. How can I phrase this? A magic user that actually becomes involved, there we go, that's what I was saying, that actually becomes involved is asking for trouble. Magic warfare can last centuries, years, however long it wants, it can last. It can literally hang on to your family bloodline till it decides not to. Maybe it doesn't want to decide not to. It's very hard to remove magical warfare. I'm not gonna lie, at one time I kind of thought that might have happened to me at one time with a very specific witch. And I know Kathy knows what I'm talking about. Thankfully, I was able to push past that. When it comes to magical warfare, it drops into that karmatic state. So the whole threefold law, or if you believe in karma, it's that form of things. It's all magical warfare. It's literally like you're taking two different countries and putting them together and having them fight each other. You never know how long it's going to last. It could last forever, years, however. And by that, it's going to affect, no matter what kind of war it is, it's going to affect the next generation and the next generation. And it's going to affect the next. Why? Because after everything that happens, you're supposed to learn from mistakes, correct them, they make new mistakes, and blah, 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 blah. All that fun stuff. Okay. So, in trying to control and summon and conjure demons and spirits and other types of creatures, like maybe elementals, or because there's real elementals and then there's creation elementals, which again, when we do actually do elementals, we'll get into that. There's always a type of possibility that you're going to lose control. This all goes with that magical warfare, just so you know. Should that control be lost, the power of the wielder, as in you, who's doing the magical warfare, is going to end up losing complete, total control. You will have no more control. When you lose control, that's it. How do you know you're going to be you afterwards? How do you know a demon or a spirit or a creature isn't going to take and inhabit your own body and mind? How do you know? You're weak. Your energy's depleted. Your mental state's gone. Now your physical part is gone. Who is to say that it's not going to happen that way? Okay? So you have to be careful. When it comes to black magic too, and I will say this, and I really hope you guys get it. Black magic is not a joke. It's not something to play around with, and it's not something that you need to, it's not something you should be unsure about doing. If you want to do it right. If you aren't so sure about it, don't even chance it. Because if you don't do it right, it's you that suffers. And the rest of the people in your line of blood, it's your mental state, your health, everything. So really be careful when you do black magic. And realize that a lot of different spells fall into black magic category. So I think everyone should be comfortable and familiar with exactly what black magic is. I know it's not everyone's forte, and I can tell that tonight that it's not everyone's forte, and that's fine. But you need to know about it, at least put it in the back of your brain, register it there, categorize it, however you want to say it. Put it in your future book of shadows. At least you have it there and you know what it is. And maybe you can try and avoid all your spells from the future on, or any type of thoughts, or just you getting mad at someone and just saying something. Because remember, that turns into power in itself. You might not even purposely be doing a spell itself, but you saying a couple words like, I hope you get what you got coming. No, that's more karma. See, I don't fall that in black magic. But I hope, what you had given to me comes right back at you 1,000 times over. Or I curse the day you were born. Or I curse you until all of eternity. That itself is something. You're right, Sean. 100%. It's not something that you want to mess with if you're not comfortable with it. So if it's something that you're inspiring to do, and I know it sounds so corny, but hey, there are some of us that are like that. If it's something you're inspiring to do, research. There's so many books on Amazon. There's so many different websites from other witches, other covens. Know that there's the different forms of black magic. You know, you got your hoodoos, you got your ritual styles, you got your curses, and then you have the actual, like, remember, voices, hallucinations, NX, spirits, all that stuff. I wish my sister-in-law understood that being a single mom was like, and my brother dies 2 weeks later, motorcycle accident. Wow. Yeah. See? And I bet you it really wasn't intentional, was it, Tamar? Because I can imagine you actually intentionally doing something like that, but saying something out of just the heat of the moment. You don't know if you can remember, like, if that moon was full that night, or where the planets were aligned, and if the energy was so intense that time, or if there was some type of event going on out there that was also powerful, like Kundalini style energy, you know, dragon form or something. That all takes flight. That all just, that can blow up without you even realizing it. Okay. So, oh no, go away, go down. Crystal, have you seen Witch Talk? It's a joke for the most part, teaching hexes and stuff. Similar to TikTok, but for witches. They're not being smart from what I've seen. I never even heard of Witch Talk, I think. I might have. I can't remember. But that's crazy. So they actually teach, like, hexes and spells, but they don't teach any of the basics of everything? Because if not, that's stupid. And I'll say that 100%, that's completely stupid in every form. Why would anyone want to do that? Why? Like, you're messing with some bad stuff. Like, seriously messing with some bad stuff. I'm gonna actually have to... Where's my pen? Oh, I threw it at the cat. Okay. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I'm gonna check this Witch Talk out, because that's crazy and stupid. So stupid. Okay. Shall we move on to the herbs of the dark arts? I just like the title. I can't help myself. Okay. So some of the things I'm going to say, I'm pretty much giving you what the herb is used for in the dark arts sense. Okay? I'm not giving you the healing properties. I'm not giving you things like that. I'm not giving you the light side of it. I'm giving you the dark side of all of these herbs. So if you want to take notes, what I'm going to do after this, I already have it prepped. I have the list of all the herbs we're going to talk about here. You're more than welcome to just maybe, catch me later, whatever. I'm fine with that. But I'm going to go through each and every single one, but I give you the actual spelling of everything, so that way when you want to look it up maybe on the opposite side of things. So, like, remember, I'm giving you the dark side of things. If you want to look up the opposite side of things, you have that option. Okay? Oh, wow. Oh, man, go to TikTok and search witchcraft. It's bad. They don't teach safety. Wow. Yeah, I'm not about that. And something that massive and that large, and especially the witch community and new witches that are, they're not even sure what they are. They just think it's cool to do some stuff. That worries me. 100% worries me. I'm going to look at that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is, and I'm going to say this wrong because I can never say it with the TH part, but it's absinthe. Not the drink, not the elixir or anything like that, but absinthe. Absinthe. I can't say that dang word. Okay. It aids in conjuring the dead to communicate if you burn these three things. So wormwood, green anise, and fennel. Burn those three things together and you have absinthe. Absinthe is also known as the green fairy. Again, in that case, the green fairy's good. You're going to hallucinate a little bit. You're going to see things on purpose. It puts you into this very unique and very intense state. And back in the day, they used to drink the alcohol version of it. And it was green because they actually did something with the herbs that made it this green thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. But what I'm talking about are 3 different herbs put together to make this one combination. And you can burn it like incense, because that's usually what I do when I'm doing some type of workings in the darker sides. I burn them because, well, 1, most of them you can't consume. 2, a lot of them are poisonous, and I'm not trying to die anytime soon on anyone else's terms but my own. So yeah, so it's wormwood, green anise, and fennel. There's a goddess that does resonate with this, and I only have a couple of these goddesses, not very many, so I promise you it's mostly all the other information. But it's Artemis. Artemis falls with this. There's also an animal that falls with absinthe also, and that's the black cat. Now you think that wouldn't be right, considering it's actually called the green fairy, but the black cat is the animal that it coincides with. So I thought that was kind of cool. All right, the next one is African ginger. It's used by cultists to sprinkle in the 4 corners of a room. It is said to be the pleasing to all spirits one wishes to conjure. So in other words, hey, I'm going to sprinkle it in 4 corners. I'm attracting you to me. Spirits and entities alike. If that makes sense. So Mars is the planet, fire is the element, but it's fire and earth. Although all herbs technically is coinciding with the earth, which I believe Robin said that the other day. So yeah. The next one is agouweed. Hope I'm saying. I'm going to probably mispronounce some of these. I'm sorry. But it causes one enemies to become extremely confused. Also known as boneset. Now the funny thing is I have a bunch of boneset in my house, but I never knew that it was actually another name for it also, which is agouweed. But yeah, so it's all about making someone feel confused. So when you use it for black magic, I would use that if you want to, obviously you want to make someone confused. So it falls into the water category for this. So boneset and agouweed, it falls in with water. Saturn is the actual planet that it goes with too. Now, did you guys know that aloe and aloe plants can be used for black magic? I didn't. Let me try to use my mouse and I have everything written in front of me because I'm an idiot. So traditionally, aloe is used to invoke demons. It is said to soak aloes in a bottle of black cat oil for 9 days. On the 10th day, and the 10th night, anoint the forehead with the oil and the altar. The demon should appear to do one's bidding. So it's a summoning type of herb or plant, aloe plant. So I thought it was really cool. So aloe, guys, if you use it for anything else, know that it's also, it's all about the demons on this one. I thought it was kind of cool. Here's the funny thing, though. So it's, demons. Venus and Aphrodite are the goddesses / planets. Cancer is the zodiac that for some reason it falls under, and water is the element as well. So we already know, I kind of figured, water, that makes sense because aloe. But I wasn't expecting Venus and Aphrodite on that one. So that was kind of sweet. Heal my demon skin. Right? I love that. I love that a lot, actually. Okay. So the next one, I don't know, I keep moving that. It's because I'm keep drinking it. Is, I'm going to say this wrong. Anise seed. So it's used to increase all form of power that's on the psychic workings. So that was really cool. So if you want to intensify something psychically, I would use that. Gemini is the zodiac. Apollo is the god. But the two planets that fall from this is Mercury and Jupiter. So I thought that was neat. And it's an air element. Now here's this really pretty one that should be quite interesting for me to actually pronounce. So here we go. I'm going to break it down. So it's Asphonetia. Asphonetia. And yes, it's a very long word. So Asphonetia. Whatever. I'm going to put it on the paper, and it's going to be the same order that I'm reading everything off here. So this is all about casting hexes and spells on a person. This is when they would use this. So it's referred to as a devil incent. I'm just reading my notes. So it's it's used to force someone to leave you alone. So if you're doing any type of, leave me alone, bullying spells, anything like that, this Asphonetia would be fantastic to do. Pluto and Mars are the planets that it rides with, and the deities is Pan and Serenios, and fire is the element. What is this? Okay, I don't know. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is a plant. So it's Balmony. Balmony. It's a plant in the figwort family that is grounding and is used for hexing. Oh my word. So it's another hexing plant. Betel nut is a powerful ingredient in black magic also. Yep, Marina, I already said I'm not posting my notes, but I'm going to post the actual list because I take what I want. But you're more than willing to look online for everything and maybe get your own ways to want to use them. But these are the ways that I thought are more common and more general, because there's very specific reasons to use some of these. So we can, but I will give you the whole entire list that I'm going through. Okay, so the betel nut is, when chewed with lime, it is said to increase one's power both spiritually and mentally. So I thought it was really cool on that. Bladderwrack. Take a guess what this one's about, guys. So when this is placed anywhere near your enemy in the bathroom, it causes them to have to pee and kind of like a UTI, and it's irritated down there. So it's literally, as it said, it's bladderwrack. And I don't know the very specific terminology of the herb, but take a look. That's really cool. I'm just looking at my things. Okay. The next one is one of my favorite ones, is bloodroot. If you're looking to substitute human blood for something, use bloodroot, okay? Any type of offerings or something, and you're not comfortable at all of actually using blood, but yet say the spell requires blood itself, bloodroot's the way to go. It's also thrown on a witch's doorstep to throw the spell back at the sorcerer herself. So if you know someone cursed you, hexed you, did something to you, if you get bloodroot and you go to, say you happen to know this person, and you go to them, toss it on the doorstep. It literally sends whatever they sent to you right back to them. 100-fold. I don't even believe in the Wiccan Creed or the threefold law, but I always thought that's cool. You're the second person that says I talk really, really fast, but I don't think I do. Because I feel if I pause, it takes, people are like, okay, can we move on? Especially the ones that aren't taking it. But like I said, I'm going to post literally all of them. So, like I said, you can pull what you want, Marina. The next one is actually blueberry. So, it causes the enemy strife when thrown out on its doorstep. So, battle cry. We already know about bone set because we already talked about that. So, you can use it to, or any type of curses or anything like that. Coconuts. This one I thought was really cool. So hollow out coconut and fill it with snake root. Place it on a flaming pot, and as it roasts, your enemy's health will decline. So I thought it was pretty cool. Like, really cool, actually. Because I was like, coconuts, everyone likes coconuts. Well, okay, not everyone likes coconuts, but everyone knows what a coconut is, and no one would ever think that you can use coconut in dark arts. So, take the hollow part, fill it with snake root, guys. Place it on a flaming pit, and as it roasts, your enemy will go with their health. So that's pretty intense. The next one has its own weird, catchy title. So here it is. So it's called Cruel Man of the Woods. So if a piece of this is hidden on your enemy's self, it will cause them great pain if they have previously harmed you. So let's put it this way. If you think someone put a curse on you, but you don't really know, this isn't going to hurt them if they didn't, if that makes sense. So this is kind of like a safer thing if you're unsure, because one, you don't feel bad if you threw something back on someone if they didn't commit it. Where do you get all these freaky herbs? I think online. When I have to look for like new and erotic, oh my gosh, new and exotic herbs, I literally just Google everything until I can kind of find something, and then usually it'll take me a while, but I'll find that one little shop or that one little home metaphysical shop that sells it, and then I'll buy some just so I can experiment with it. Or if you can go to a metaphysical, like your local metaphysical shop and stuff like that, and ask them if they know where they can get then I've been reading my new book. You're funny. If you ask someone at your local metaphysical shop on where they can get something, they might know, or they might be able to order it for you or send you to someone that they know has it or could get it too. So I thought that was kind of cool. Henbane is the next one. So I know a lot of us have actually heard about henbane. So it's also known in this. So in Greek mythology, the dead of hell were known to be crowned with henbane as they walked helplessly beside the river. All parts of the root are poisonous, and if boiling or drying them, it does not get rid of its toxicity. So it doesn't matter if you burn them or boil them. It's the same amount of potency as it was if you just used them normal. It does give you a warning, which I did write this warning here. Do not use by an amateur witch or magician or warlock. Just keep that in mind. Henbane ain't no joke. I'm pretty sure, well actually, I just said it's already poisonous, so why would I have to repeat it? I can tell I've been getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning way too long. Okay, next one. Knotweed, as in K-N-O-T, weed. To get rid of one's enemy. So stuffed in the back of black cloth or voodoo doll and sew it up. Then bury the doll. It is also used with balmony, herb, and curses. So I'm pretty sure you take balmony. Yeah, I keep saying that. I think I say it wrong, but I'm actually saying it right. Balmony and knotweed, and put it in like those dolls for voodoo or Sagitt's, or bury it. And it's like, they amplify each other, as you see. The next one is lemon verbena. Excuse me. Lemon verbena. So it does cause a lot of trouble with lovers, which I thought was kind of interesting. So if you're doing, say, like a revenge love spell, this would probably be a really good one to use. When you scatter it at a doorway of the couple's great, like, area of connection, meaning, I don't know, like their house, their yard, their bed, if you can get to it, they will then become bitter enemies between each other. So again, revenge love spell, lemon verbena is the way to go. Next one is mustard seed. So the seed of strife and discord. So leave it at one's doorstep, particularly the black mustard seed. The seed sprinkled around the trunk of a fruit tree on the first evening of a full moon will cause the tree to bear no fruit. Hey, Kathy. So I don't know if anyone knew that, because I know I did not, because I don't look at mustard seed like that, and they sell mustard seed in normal stores. So if you don't like really have much of a budget or anything like that, you just go to the store, I got my phone number, and get mustard seed. You can always test this theory out and see if you actually do sprinkle it around a trunk on a full moon of a fruit tree, it'll bear no fruit. So I'd be curious to see if that actually happens. Next one is poke root. It's a conjure ball that can be made, It's an herb for a conjuring ball, that can be made in the name of Satan from the leaves and the root. It is then placed into a bag, a glass jar, or a container. Leave it where your enemy can find it. What it's gonna do, is it's gonna cause a lot of panic, anxiety, fear, and it's also gonna make them more prone to any type of accidents or injuries coming. So kind of intense on that one. Poppy seeds. Poppy seeds are fantastic if you want to make couples argue. Not break apart or leave each other or have something happen to them, but literally just argue. So yeah, that's another good one. All right, rue is another one. It's great for protection, which we know, because rue is great for protection, but it does have a flip side. So for the owner, and sorry, I'm just reading what this person just wrote. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's great for hexes. So it's great for protection. At the same time, it's a reverse, and it's fantastic for hexes. It's really honed on the hexes for agitation and frustration. Yes. So there's that. Slippery elm is our next one, guys. It's used to separate a married couple when burned near their home. So we know poppy seeds are good for, like, I'm gonna argue. Bless you. You okay? Poppy seed's good for arguing, but slippery elm is great for no more relationship. Rue can also abort a pregnancy. I have heard that before. Yep. Oh wait, that one's done. Cool. I promise we'll have a couple more, and then I want to kind of hear from you on some things. So the next one is Torminella. It's to cause distress, harm, discord in any type of enemy or foe. Sprinkle it on a picture of him and her and place it in a box. Seal it with wax. You'll only need one herb to do that. So Tormentella, yeah, which literally is torment and then Ella afterwards. Tormentella. Okay, next one, Twitch's grass. Twitch's grass. Hold on. Grass. It's grass. See, I'm blind. Now, if you have someone that like leaves you friendship wise, and you were really close to them, and all of a sudden they got this new clique and new group of friends, they're so much better and blah 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 blah, well, you can go ahead and throw this one at. So Twitch's grass is great for causing some type of fight or quarrel among new friends. Place under each leg of the table they will sit at. By the end of the evening, they will surely be fighting. They're actually not. There's the ones that have like the very unique names, yes. However, like wormwood, willow, vervin, lemon verbena, boneset, arrowroot, even though I didn't tell you about arrowroot, but arrowroot's another one. Things like that, they're actually not that hard to come by. But, like I said earlier, but I don't think you were on for them, is there are very specific shops that you could find online, or if you ask like a metaphysical conjurer that taps more into the darker side of arts, she does know, I want to call it like the black market of herbs, if that can make sense. So look into that, Kathy. Or if I can find a couple of the ones I just learned about this week, I'll send you the link if you're interested, because I like black magic, so I don't care. Okay, so the next one is vet. There we go. Vet or vet. And pretty much it just silences ones when they're speaking to someone. So it's pretty much like, okay, I'm done you yelling at me. I'm done of you doing this and that. I'm done. So all you got to do is you can burn it as an incense. You can throw it on the doorstep or put it in a satchel and bury it on that person's property. Or if just somehow you can get it into that person's car, if you hide it in someone's car, that'll do it. Vervain. Spells used to contact Lucifer are most effective when you're using this type of herb. So if you want to conjure spirits, demons, or Lucifer himself, aka Azazel, you can use Vervain. Loki, stop. Loki. No. Oh, I hate when they wrestle. Okay, the next one is Yep. Well, Marina, like I told you earlier, I was already going to post them. But yeah, Kathy, you weren't on when I said that, but I already have the list typed out. I just didn't want to kind of give everyone the sneak peek before the live, because I wanted you all to have to suffer through this live. But yeah, I'll definitely be posting that right after. That's why I made that unit too in the page. So Willow is the next one. So Willow is under the devil's protection when held in one's left hand. So Loki, it's a devil's protection herb. You can actually use Loki down. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, it's the devil's, because in some religions the devil is multiple different types of spirits and entities, but it's the devil's protection herb. So if you were doing something that deals with Lucifer or anything like that, to help him safely be summoned here, maybe this might be a good, Willow might be a good one to place around the circle you are summoning him into. The devil's lettuce. I like that. Okay, the last one is wormwood that I'm actually going to talk about today. So wormwood, have you ever heard this? So the witches believe this as an herb to make a pact with the devil or Lucifer or Satan or Azazel. Listen, I can go on so many different names. Baleen, any of the seven... I'm sorry, my gum didn't mean to come out of my mouth. Any of the 72 demons, this would be a good one. So wormwood. So if you're going to summon one, but you want to make a pact with that demon because you want to start working with him, I would definitely recommend using wormwood. Be careful with wormwood, though, too, because wormwood can Where are you going? Wormwood can be very smoky. More than mugwort. Okay? So watch for that. Alright, speak to me. Don't let me be all the only one talking. You guys have been so quiet today. I don't know if I like it. So, throw me up something. What are you guys thinking about the whole dark arts thing? I know that you guys aren't familiar with like a lot of these new style herbs, but I thought they were kind of cool. And like I said, I learned some things that I never even really thought of. Wow, why did that get up there? Because I'm an idiot. The devil's lettuce was weed. I mean, I always, look, the first time I ever burned mugwort, which is a visionary type of herb, right? Which, again, guys, mugwort can 100% be used in any type of black magic. I just automatically assume most people already knew that, so that's why I didn't really throw that one out there. Because mugwort is used in so much divination work, it's retarded. So it's really good to have that vision state, and it's really good to have those dreams that you're trying to get to actually like see things. I'm not gonna say hallucinations because that's not what they are, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a visionary thing. I am very connected with the law of 3. I don't want to mess with people's lives, but I can work with some stuff. Okay. See, and I'm the opposite. I don't connect with the law of 3 at all. It never made any sense to me. I'm very honed on karma itself, but I have no problem helping karma along a little bit. But I watch my words. I watch how I say some things. So yeah, I do that a lot. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments because my phone's not catching up to the computer, if that makes sense. Hecate loves mugwort. I place it on her altar at least once a week as an offering. Yes. A lot of the new moon and darker deities 100% utilize and love mugwort. Morgan is another one. I just heard laughter. Did anyone say laughter? Okay. I'm talking about all these herbs about hallucinations and sounds and voices, and I'm hearing stuff. Okay. Tamar says, I'm a novice. Ronnie says, visions. Ooh, what's that, Tamar? Are you talking about weed? I think you're talking about weed. Yes, karma, make sure you protect yourself so it don't backfire. And that's, I mean, I get it, Marina. I want to help karma, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I get it. And I'm not saying, you have to take any of this information I gave you today and utilize it. I'm not saying go out and buy the herbs. I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm saying learn it, utilize it, and know it's there in case someone tries to do something to you. You might have a way of finding a reversal to it by knowing maybe what they used, if that makes sense. So it can be like someone going on the offensive and you take a stand by knowing the defensive side of things. You're now taking the defense. So like Harry Potter, the defense against the dark arts. Sometimes first you gotta learn about the dark arts to be able to defend against the dark arts. Oh, I didn't know that, Tamar. 7th day. I might actually have to look into that. I've never heard that at all. That's pretty cool. A lot. Marina says, I have a lot of karma that I want to be delivered. I want to make it safe. So do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Do it. Honestly. If you have any doubt in your mind when you're doing this, and I know Kathy can 100% agree with me on this one. If you have any doubt in your mind, I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Are you going to listen to me? Probably not. Probably not. And that's what it is. I can't control that. But don't say I didn't warn you. I guess is one way I can 100% say that's true. Because I don't want to hear, and if Sarah watches this later, she might be at work right now, she can agree with me. She's had to help some people out with finding a way to reverse a love spell. And it was a love spell in the dark art sense. She made a mistake on her play of words, and now Sarah's trying to find a way to help her reverse it. That is my point exactly. Okay? I want to never make the mistake I did with my sister-in-law again. I honestly, after what you said, Tamar, I don't even know how to respond to that one, but I am sorry because I've done things just like that and in my own way. So was it just certain people's time to go, or was it the words I said to them last, or the words I threw out to the universe out of anger that made things happen? I can't sit there and fully say, because I was very young novice back then. I was a younger witch that didn't know crap about what I was getting into. Now I know. Do I still tamper? Uh-huh. But I do it safely, and I protect myself a lot. And if I'm not ready for it, I don't do it. I will admit when I'm defeated. When I'm in a hint of rage, I'm not gonna lie, if it really hits home or it hits someone I really, really, really care about, I will probably take that bullet. I'm not gonna lie. Has it backfired as far as that sense in the last 2 years? No. I've been getting better with some things. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't just hex people and curse people and stuff. But things that I do are a lot of bullying based, or a payback for the way you treated me or the way you treated someone extremely close to me. Kind of like a jar spell, I guess you can sit there and say. But a little bit darker. Maria says, I don't mess with this stuff. Okay. Clear as day. You don't even have to repeat it again. I get it. Tamara says, I feel so guilty. Not even a witch back then. It's because you already had the power, you just didn't know who you were at that time. And I understand that. I'm a good witch for the most part, Kathy says, but cross me and it's game on. But my protectives are on point. I will always protect myself, my home, and my family. I already know that about you, girl. And I'm like that too, trust me. Which you know. Marina says I have a very dark side. I try to keep it caged. Or she who must not be named. Listen. That one. Let's just say I think I've heard a rumor that she's still around, as in she's back in some group that I'm in. And I might not be able to see her, and she might not be able to see me because she blocked me, but I'm telling you, she's still doing some shit, Kathy. Don't ask me how I think or I know this. I'm telling you, she's doing some shit. Or someone else is doing it. Because I find things that happen to me in threes. Again, I don't follow the threefold law, but things happen to me in threes. And when I say that is, I was actually talking to Megan last night. So I've always recognized death in threes. So in my life, if someone dies that I'm really close to, I already know 2 more people that I'm either associated with, that someone on their half is going to pass away, or someone I just happen to know say like 10 years ago, I find out passed away. One person's always affected, or I'm sorry, is closest to me. The other two are somewhat close, but not really close, or close to someone I know. My death always comes in threes. My hexes and curses given to me always come in three forms. This is how I don't mean like I get three different curses or hexes. I mean, that's how I can tell that I was cursed or hexed. Because I don't just get one thing that happens to me go wrong. I get three. And it's always within a matter of like a day to a week. So one thing will happen, and then another thing will happen, and then one more thing will happen. And I'm like, really? Who did I piss off this time? And let me find out who did it. One of those kind of things. I'm just going to back up and read these messages real quick here. Yeah, Kathy, she's got us all blocked. The whole group was blocked. Get him, girl. It takes a lot, but sometimes you gotta take care of yourself and the ones I care about. I'll drain the energy. I'll drain the energy 100% if it's someone I have to take care of and I have to protect. And my sons are the biggest ones. My husband can handle himself, but my children, they're too little to take care of themselves. Even though I know my oldest son has a very rare gift. And then my youngest son is an animal empath. I know 100% he is. So they both got some awesome and powerful magic. And I can't wait to see how they evolve when they get older. If they choose the same path or if they choose not. I can't wait to find out either way. Someone once told me that they think my anxiety is a hex someone placed on me because it appears out of nowhere. Yeah. It could be. It could be one of those long-lasting ones. I can definitely see that. Or it could have been something that maybe someone else did to a family member and it became a generation bloodline type. So that's always true too. What you're saying about threes is like that for me too. Okay, see, I'm not the only one. See, Ronnie? I've always heard bad things come in threes. I mean, mine do. And then I'll just tell you like the one just recently, which I kind of have a feeling I already know exactly who did it. So, payback's a bitch. But my power steering pump went on me completely, so it's hard to steer my truck. My water pump is leaking coolant, so now I gotta be careful that I don't blow a head gasket. And then I found out 2 days ago that my rotors are grinding on my brakes for some reason, even though I have brand new rotors and brand new brakes as of this past year, as in 2020. There's no reason why they should be bad, and I'm not that hard on my stuff. All happened in a matter of a week. That's not a coincidence. That's bad shit with my life on the line. Not only am I worried about my truck completely going off, as in blowing up on me, but that's a lot of money that I had to put into, or have to put into, because my husband's fixing it as we speak, to get my truck fixed. So, there's the hex. There's the curse. And here comes the payback. So yes. I've heard that as well. Don't piss off a witch. Yeah. But that's how I think of it. So, by me knowing what they could possibly be using to do this, they can just use roses. Burnt roses, maybe. Dried roses, maybe. Roses soaked in blood. Because like I said, there are some people out there that actually use blood. Roses can portray, say, sorry Kathy, but I'm using you as an example. So roses can portray Kathy as elegant, delicate creature, who everyone loves and everyone wants to be like. So a beauty thing. But the roses are Kathy. The hex or curse that's going to be placed on her is the blood with, we'll say poppy seeds, maybe some wormwood. So that way she can see what she did to, say, me. I'll be the caster. She takes those roses, dips them in blood, says my chant or my spell, burn my candle around the bottle, and I seal it. Simple, easy. I used 3 things. Well, if you count the jar and count. So I got a little jar, filled it up with blood. We'll say animal blood. Snake. Why not? I think it's pretty cool. So snake blood. Roses. I wrote maybe Kathy's name on it, maybe. With a little marker or paint or something. Said my chant. Put it inside there. Corked it. Took my black candle. Now it's sealed. You don't need 1,000 different herbs. You only need really 1 or 2. And you can use normal stuff. You don't have to use all these fancy, things that are exotic, not erotic. But you can use all these different things that makes it really, really simple and easy and basic to use. I know. Because I've done it. Well, not that. But I've done something like that. But I use ink. Black ink. Which was really cool. Kathy said, if something breaks while you're driving alone. Listen, it's always in the back of my mind, trust me. But my husband's fixing it. We bought everything, so thank gosh he's a great mechanic, because I'd be paying a stupid amount of money in labor. I'm not sorry. Hey, Ma. Hey, Thelma. Yeah, we went through everything. Now we're just kind of elaborating and talking about the black magic essence and how things could be betrayed, and how you can tell maybe you've been cursed or hexed or something like that. So that's what this one's about. Anyone have anything else to add to that? Because, like I said, love spells, they're black magic, guys. Protection spells, if you use the wrong words, it's black magic. Any type of summoning. You could be trying to summon an archangel or just an angel in general. Summoning is a black magic. You're forcing a higher power to speak to you. I can't say anything because I would do it, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It could be an animal spirit that you're trying to summon to help, you find a lost child in the woods. It's still black magic. You might be using it for a good cause. It's still black magic. Yes, Kathy, I did say Ma, and yes, my mama is in the group. She joined last week or 2 weeks ago. She hopped in. I thought she would have some fun. My mom is a spiritualist, but she's still a Christian. But she does believe in spirits and angels and all that fun stuff, because that's how she got me into all of it. So yeah, I thought this would help her out, and then she can watch her daughter and she can't sit there and say that I didn't call her. Mother. So yeah. So I'm trying to think anything else. So just know that anytime you take someone's free will away, it does fall into dark arts and all that fun stuff. I'll put the list up of all the herbs that I gave Remember, like absinthe, there's 3 herbs that you can blend together and make as an incense, burn it on a charcoal, and it gives you the same effect for the most part, without the alcohol in content, as the actual elixir that you would drink. But it's not going to be green, just so you know. Unless you maybe you add some dye. You can always add some dye to it, like green dye, and burn it with incense and see if that smoke turns green. Ooh, I might actually have to test that theory. Barney says, I had an aunt whose dad did evil black magic to get rich. That's why I said, I don't know if you were, yeah, Ronnie, you were with me from the very beginning. So I did mention, oh, where did I put that? Hold on, I want to say that again. Okay, so the book definition of it, guys, is it's a form of magic or sorcery that draws on malevolent powers and may be used for dark purposes or acts that deliberately cause harm to someone in some type of way. So injury, death, killing someone, causing misfortune or destruction to someone, and for personal gain, without regard to harmful consequences of others. So, I want to become a millionaire, and I don't care who I have to walk all over to do it. Okay, well, now you're walking on those people that bust their ass every day to just make it in life, and you're, making them work extra hours for little pay, or not paying them for holidays, but you're making them work for holidays. Or I'm sorry, you're not giving overtime for holidays, but you're making them work for holidays when they have family and stuff. It's kind of like Scrooge, in a way. I have to scroll down. Comments. Okay. Yeah, Mom, this one is mostly on dark magic, just so you know. So, I could point you in the direction, or you get a hold of Kathy, or have Kathy get a hold of you. But like, I make your blends and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out a way to say that. But yeah, I'll talk to you later or tomorrow. After I get out of work. Because one thing you got to be careful with someone's health issues is you have to make it not a personal gain. So that's why. That's the only thing you got to watch out. But if you use herbs for yourself and you like the healing properties of the herbs, that's a whole nother matter. So I'll get with you, Mom. Anything else, guys? If not, I'm gonna end it here. Cause it's 9:45 here and my butt gotta wake up at 4 a.m. for work. Yeah, Kathy, you're right. Could make some herb sachets to keep in a purse, under a pillow, in a bath. Oh, you're welcome, Tamar. Okay, so I'm gonna head off, my loves. I'm starting to get a little tired. Maybe next time I do anything with the dark arts, now that we got the actual like basic part of it, maybe next time we'll make something like an incense blend for something. But that's gonna be a little harder because, like I said, it's not something to joke around and just play like the tea magic stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll do that. Maybe one day. No, not one day. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make war water. So that's definitely going to be another one coming up soon, and we're going to have fun with it. Anything? Okay. I have a lot of ideas that's going to be coming up, and it's going to be like actually doing stuff and not just so much a lecture, because I know everyone hates lectures, but fortunately we got to do the lectures to get the information out there. So thanks for being here, guys. I'm so tired. Don't mind me. Wow. Oh, okay. I love you all. Have a great night, morning. I'm not sure whenever you're watching this. So blessed be.